Hi, Luba here from New York City. So, as promised, today it's going to be about date makeup. I don't want to show you something that you've seen numerous times already. My videos are all in full time, and I want you to guys work with me. And instead of just watching, I want you to really, really learn. So, I picked up a few things that are more unusual to use. For example, I have creamy eyeshadows, but also sometimes I just use a long-lasting lipstick as a creamy eyeshadow. So it is wonderful to experiment with that. The color selection, it's just brighter than your regular nude palette. And also I want to show you a couple of different things with eyeliner. So maybe at the end my makeup's not going to be very even, but I really want you to express yourself and your individuality. And maybe you've tried a lot of makeup, maybe you're tired of your makeup, maybe you're just learning. Anyway, it's for all of you. So my skincare is on. I don't recommend you start makeup without skincare. The skin absorbs makeup differently on different areas of the face. It's very important to prep your skin with skincare so your makeup can look good. And also it's very important what to do and what not to do to make it longer lasting. So make sure you know your skin and you kind of have an idea what you want to see as a result. Because if you're in a restaurant or in a place with artificial light or less light and you lean forward somebody, you talk into their face, you don't want them to see that makeup, you don't want them to see too much makeup. So my skin is very, very well hydrated. I'm going to use liquid foundation, but what I prefer to do is to finish the eye makeup first. So again, I have multiple cream eyeshadows, and this is the lipstick. It's I think it's Nude Sticks, but anyway, it's just what it looks like. And I'm just gonna do a little bit on the brow bone. It's so easy to blend. I'm gonna use my mirror here. And you can use a waterproof eyeshadow base or just any eyeshadow base that you like. If you don't, this is gonna save you so much time, and then I'll just powder it on top to keep it on steady and long lasting. So this is a very, very nice light color of creamy eyeshadow. It's by Kiko Milano. Again, it's so easy to blend. You always want to really lighten the inner corner and kind of see right here, your fingertip pretty much fits in there beautifully. This is the darkest part of your face. Like, look at the difference between the two eyes. It's just so much more brightening. Otherwise, it's so dark without it. And of course, if we want to lift everything up, this will connect here nicely with the highlighter, the concealer. Under the brow, just do a little less. If your if your brow bone it's too prominent, you don't want to do too much. If you want to bring in a little more light, if your eyes are dip set, just go a little bit more in and not too much out, definitely. Not everything works for everybody, so make sure that you really, really try. And I have to tell you, as a makeup artist, it's so easy to work on somebody else. And when you end up doing your own makeup, like, things are really different. But if you have a friend, family member that you want to experiment on, it's a great way for you to learn certain things. Okay, so you can see I created the dimension. It's always nice to use more than one color, because if you put one color, I mean, it's just, it looks more flat. This is another cream eyeshadow that I have by Laura Mercier, which is like a gorgeous, gorgeous gold. You just lean forward towards my mirror a little bit and blend it right here in the middle. And I have to tell you, that lipstick looks gorgeous. I feel like I want to put a little more of it. So you can see how fast everything works, and you can use brushes, but you don't need it. So I have very nice palettes here with eyeshadows from Smashbox. Any eyeshadow will do, of course. This is what I have. This one, it's nice and shimmery. This one, it's a little more matte. So I wanted to show you different things, but you don't have to go through the eyeshadow process. You can put just very, very little bit of primer just to even out your skin, or just one light skin color, nude color, maybe soft contour, and just be done with your eyes. I just want you to, to learn and then pick up the things that you like from everything that you see. I'm gonna use a small fluff brush for the inner corner. I'm just gonna go with something a little bit shimmery right in here. It looks pretty just to play with the light. And maybe something a little more matte, which could be done with either like a light eyeshadow or powder. Just to powder down here. You don't want anything to start to kind of like travel. A lot of the times you just don't realize that you look at yourself in the mirror at home, you look fantastic, and a few minutes later when you're out and you look in the mirror, your eyeshadow shift, your makeup shifts and all that. This is because your skin is always warm, just your body temperature warms up everything, and if you put too much makeup, it just kind of keeps moving around. So it's kind of nice to spend a little time and blend things. And kind of control the amount, like not putting too much, basically, because the skin cannot like really hold too many layers, unless you're more experienced and professional, that you can experiment more and you know what you're doing. Use a lot of like waterproof primers, setting sprays, powders, and all that. So I'm using like a nice medium color close to that lipstick, and I just go all over the area. And I keep blending because I want this to kind of set in, but also keep blending. I'm removing all of the excess and just make sure that it's like nice and it's like blended well and soft and smooth. And the brush, the eyeshadow brush that I'm using, it's like a regular flat eyeshadow brush. And what it does, it not only applies, but at the same time, it absorbs. So that's why blending and blending, and if your skin it's a little bit more mature and you have a hard time, just go with like circular motion. But also don't press. It's not about pressing. It's about blending back and forth. We already concentrated our lighter color in the inner corner, so the dimension is there. You can add more colors. You can add more smoky colors if you like. Of course, it's all about saving time and also not overdoing it. Something very interesting I kind of stumbled upon recently. I was looking for this eyeliner a while ago, but it sold out, so I found out Revlon makes it, and it's a roller. I found out it's very, very easy to use. Look at that guy. Isn't that interesting? So to me, it made it like very, very easy. So I'll give you some pointers how you can use something like that. There's so many different liners, and really you choose the one that it's convenient for you. Either it's a single pen or it's a brush in a jar of eyeliner gel. So if you look in your mirror, pointing the chin up, you see your eye, it's kind of slit open, so you're not going to be like constantly blinking. And if you feel like holding the skin, maybe stretching a little bit, that's also an option. I personally don't like to do that, but I go like really, really close to the lash line and kind of extend it a little bit out and then try to give a lift. So why is this lift necessary? It's because we're gonna end up putting mascara. Let me do very little, so I'll show you exactly what happens. When you put mascara, this is exactly the direction of your lashes, right? So just everything comes together nicely. So that's the reason why it's nice to have like a little bit of wing. And you can make it thicker, thinner, lighter. But if you notice, like I'm going a little bit down, and then I go up once when I'm at the end of the eye. It's not perfect, but I'm just need to fix it. Okay, much better. And now, so it's hard to make it even on both eyes. I know, that's why it's nice to put a little bit and then to add more. You can start from the inside out. You can start from the outside in. Again, just keeping your eyes slit open. It helps. You can put the liner close to the lashes. And it's not perfect, but I'm kind of trying to juggle between my mirror and my phone. On the other side, I'll show you a different eyeliner. MAC actually makes this wonderful two-sided, that it's a felt tip on one side and pencil on the other. Sometimes I tell my clients it's easier if you have a little bit of pencil on your eyelid and then go over with the liquid stronger liner. That also makes it longer lasting, because let's face it, you don't want your makeup to smudge while you're having dinner with a significant other. So again, you can, I recommend short strokes just because the line never goes like a smooth unless you're 15. Okay, maybe 16, 17. So if you go with short strokes, again, you can extend it as much as you want. And I like to lift it up. Again, when we have that part done, then it's easy to build the rest. And the other reason that I'm doing this is because now if I put that pencil a little bit more intense, a little bit thicker, I'm gonna smudge it and make a smoky liner out of it. So this could be our softer look. So if you want a softer look, just stay with pencil. You can cover it with a little bit of eyeshadow. Or the other thing is, I'll put a little bit of the liquid liner. It's just gonna make it look a little more smoky. So the way you put your eyeliner, it's what's gonna kind of like determine how almondy or how more like cat eye you're gonna have is in the end. So the more extended and the less you do inside, then of course you're gonna have more cat eye look. I'm gonna fix it here with my mirror. I'll be right back with you. And another thing that I teach my clients is hold the liner like angled like that, because if you try to draw a line, it's kind of like impossible. And again, if you lay it on the lashes, sometimes I just lay it on the root, the lashes root, and then kind of like roll it to stamp it a little bit like that. So we know we're gonna add a lot of mascara, and I'm not gonna waste any time on making my eyeliner even on both sides. It's just because I'm showing you different versions. Let's finish with mascara. Again, if you want to put a little bit of mascara just to see the direction of your eyelashes, some people's eyelashes tend to be longer and curlier, and some people's eyelashes are so blonde you can't see. But it definitely helps you with the end or the wing of your eyeliner. I wanted to show you also how you can use an eyebrow pencil. Everybody needs a little bit on their eyebrows. If it's not color, it's maybe just to brush them, maybe to shape them, maybe to cut them. So mine are pretty sparse, and I just kind of do it like few little strokes. I follow the same direction of the hair growth, and there are a few little hairs here that I just want to catch their where exactly they are. So if I go in the opposite direction, a little bit of the pigment gets right on those hairs, and then my blending brush just takes off the excess and makes everything smoother. I would say always make sure that your eyebrows are nicely groomed, because it can actually make everything look less good. If your eyebrows are shaped incorrectly, if the color is too dark. So not to overdo it, but this is an easy way. I used a very, very nice automatic, very skinny eyebrow pencil by Lash Star, one of the best brands for eyelashes, mascara. And I'll show you a video with how to apply individual eyelashes yourself at home a little bit later. So it's nice to even everything out, and I want to stay with that soft smoky look. I'm going to use pencil on the bottom, These are great by Urban Decay. They're so soft and smooth and like blend beautifully. And also they stay on. So I'm gonna do a little bit on the bottom, on the lash line. And I'm gonna smudge off the excess and make everything look softer. And then I'm gonna use a lighter brown that has a little bit of shimmer, which I'm gonna bring in a little more. It works beautifully with this gold eyeshadow that I used earlier from Laura Mercier, the cream eyeshadow. So it kind of marries everything together. Excuse me. Isn't that nice? Very, very soft. Of course, it will look better with my face makeup on. So continuing, I think I'm gonna finish at that. You can add a little bit of more eyeshadow. Like I said, it's really up to you. So I'm not gonna do much on my face. I'm gonna do my concealer first because I don't like to put foundation under the eyes. So I have medium and light. This is liquid concealer formula by Beauty Counter. So I pretty much put my medium color everywhere. Sorry, I need a little more. And the reason for that, it's because I tend to have blue undertones, so I want to make sure. See, I need the mirror. I want to make sure that I neutralize the blue, and the only thing that neutralizes the blue, it's like the warm, medium, more orangey colors. So this is darker than my skin, kind of brighten it up a little bit, and then I'm going to use a little bit of the light and kind of close the triangle just like that to connect it with the tip of the cheekbone where I want it highlighted. So again, the liquid formula you can use without eye cream before that, because what happens is when we put creams on, the creams expand your skin, right? So what this means, if you have the cream on and your skin it's a little more plump, and then you put your concealer and then all of that dries together, the skin shrinks and then the excess concealer falls into the line. So that's why it's good to use liquid concealer, or you can just use a very nice heavy formula waterproof concealer and dab a tiny little bit of your moisturizer on top of the concealer and then set it with powder. This also you determine from your personal experience how your skin ages with the makeup. So I'm gonna use a little bit of I use two colors. Once when you have two colors foundations, you can have actually 4 or 5, just because you can have 1 drop of this and 2 of this, or 2 of the lighter one and 1 of the darker one. You can also always create your own shade. So I'm gonna start using the fat side of my Beauty Blender. I'm gonna start on my forehead a little bit. Beauty Blender makes it like very, very soft looking. And my nose. This is where you want it a little bit darker. And a lot of the times you see highlighting on the nose with shimmer and shine. Not every time you want your nose to be super shiny, so you can just highlight her with like a lighter concealer highlighter from your contour palette. And I also concentrate more of the foundation at the center of the face and kind of fade it towards the perimeter. You really don't need that much makeup. This is whatever's left on my sponge. I kind of like blended there. Make sure I go everywhere. If you use a brush, that's totally fine. If you use your fingers, that's totally fine. All right, so liquid formulas tend to look softer, so it's great for like a lighter makeup. And I don't think I need more coverage. And what I like to do with the concealer also, after I let it set for a little bit, is just to absorb the excess with a tissue. So there is more pigment and less of the liquid, which is gonna kind of stop it from shifting. And now I'm gonna do something else that I love. A little bit of creamier formula blush. This is Kaya. It's called Mochi Pop. It's very pretty. Again, I like to put the blush where you naturally have a flush. Follow the cheekbone. See, when you smile, it shows like exactly right here. You see it on other people. You like the way it looks. Kind of fade it out a little bit. It blends beautifully with the softness of the skin that has the cream and the foundation on. Isn't that beautiful? Don't want to put too much, so always start with a little. See how it looks from each angle. Very important. That's how other people see you. And I'm gonna do my powder. So today I'm using Laura Mercier. It's like everybody's favorite powder. I'm gonna use it with a nice flat brush. Just like that. And just press it into my foundation. And if you want to contour, feel free to do that before the foundation. I find it easier and more natural looking, but you can do it after as well, depending if you're using dry or cream formula. What I have here, I only have my cream, so no contour for me today. Well, this way the blush kind of looks like it's coming within the skin. It's a little softer. I also have like a little bit of bronzy highlighter by RMS. It's really pretty. Nothing wrong with just dabbing a little bit like right in here. Look how pretty that looks. I also always recommend using bronzer when you want to hide dark circles, because if you have bronzer all over the face, that darkens your skin a little bit and it makes your under eye circles less prominent. So the lips, I would say with a very delicate look with just a soft shadow and eyeliner, you should go with red. If you don't like bright red, there is the right red for everybody. Just use red lip gloss, or just put a little bit of clear lip gloss or lip balm and then put a little bit of lipstick on top. This way you're just going to create more like a gloss look. They're also long-lasting formulas, so I don't want to waste any time on doing that. I thought I really showed you enough today. And then lipstick, it's very personal. Some people skip it all together, but it will be nice to put that classy, for Valentine's Days especially, classy, beautiful red lipstick with a delicate light eye makeup. All right, I'll see you next time. Thank you.